Welcome, everyone, to our special interview today with Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in San Francisco, Joseph Ma. He will be completing his tour of duty of the San Francisco region and returning to Taiwan at the end of this month. I have the pleasure of interviewing him today before he leaves. My name is David Jeng, Chairman of Monte West, and I'm happy to be your host today. Monte Jade was founded in 1989 by immigrants from Asia. They bonded together to support one another because they were under-networked and under-resourced. Through this community, billions of dollars of enterprise value was created and hundreds of companies were formed. Even to this day, Monte Jade is focused on building community, and we do this under three pillars. First are our interview series, such as this one, to celebrate notable community leaders through understanding their personal journey and how they overcame some challenges that they faced. The focus here is really to understand and better connect with great leaders so the next generation of leaders can better understand and learn. The second pillar is focused on technology forums in which we bring together our community to understand new ideas. This enables our members to discover new opportunities for investment or career development. Recently, we have had talks on venture capital, AI, and biosciences, to name a few. The last but most important pillar is our mentorship program. This volunteer-run program focuses on building the skills necessary for future leaders to succeed in corporate America. Eastern Asians are underrepresented in the leadership of many Bay Area technology companies today. Today, Asians continue to lag their peers in being promoted. White males are promoted at 2 times the rate of Asian males, while white females are promoted at 3 times the rate of Asian females. This disparity has gotten worse over the last 2 decades, and our mentorship program strives to help address this inequality. The 6-month-long program is focused on education, deep engagement with mentor families to help address some of the challenges of moving up the corporate ladder. We have just started our open houses this year, so if you are interested or know someone that is interested, please send them to our website for more details. At this time, I have the great pleasure of introducing a good friend and Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in San Francisco, Joseph Ma. He has a wide-ranging career in civil services, including Deputy Director of Taipei Mission in Sweden from 2003 to 2009. He was also the Minister of ROC Embassy in Palau from 2014 to 2015. And he has been serving in his current role starting July 15th, and soon he will be completing his tour of duty at the end of this month. Thank you very much for your time, Director General of TECO. I'm really very happy and excited for you to join us today in our interview series. I want to thank you first off for all of your service and all that you've done for our community. It is incredibly important what you have done, and it seems like time flies so fast. I remember we met 5 years ago. I think it was for the 10-10 golf tournament 10 years ago. I think it was David Lai put it on at that time with Solomon. I think were the two people that helped put it on at that time. And it just seems like it just time flies, and it's so nice to have made a great friend and work with you over the last 5 years. I know that you might have some comments or words for our greater community. Could you maybe give us a little background of of your office?
Yeah, thank you. That is really my utmost honor and the pleasure that I can have the opportunity to work with you and all members of Monte Jade West in the past 5 years. As you said, the time is really flying. Here I have got a lot of the valuable support and friendship from Monte Jade West in the past. That have made my office work very successful. So here I would also like to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to all of my dear friends of the Monte Jade West. And I also wish that in the future, Monte Jade West can continue to give the same support and friendship to my successor, Scott Lai. He will arrive in this post on August 1st. And because the Monte Jade is the most important and influential the science and the technology association in San Francisco Bay Area in our Taiwanese and the Chinese community. So that I also wish that you can continue to help with our the Taiwanese and the Chinese businessmen and the scientists, engineers to get more support and from the association and in their development of career, and also to merge into the mainstream society. I think Monte Jade's support is very valuable, particularly for the young engineers and scientists. So I hope that you can continue to keep your good job.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's definitely something that we're very passionate about here at Monte Jade, is making sure that the next generation is fully supported and has the opportunities just like our prior generations. Now, for me, it's been very fascinating because I'm American-born Chinese or American-born Taiwanese here in the States. And it's been very fascinating to just better understand your office and your office's role, because, being here in the US, I didn't have very much understanding of it. So could you actually talk a little bit more about your office and the role that you play for our community? I think it'll be very helpful for our greater American-born community.
Oh, yes. My office at the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in San Francisco is the representative office of the government of the Republic of China on Taiwan in the areas of Northern California, state of Nevada, and the state of Utah. And almost everything related to Taiwan, no matter it is diplomatic, political, economic, high-tech, trade, investment, or cultural exchange, any kind of the exchange of visit between the people of Taiwan and the three states which I'm responsible for, and among all those business, the collaborations of the science and the technology between Taiwan and the Silicon Valley is one of the top priority in our job list. And here, in addition to those affairs, we are also responsible for taking care of our folks, of the citizens of the Republic of China on Taiwan. They are in the three states which I'm responsible for, and also take care of the visa, passport, and the document or authentication business. That's what we are doing here. And so we can say anything related to Taiwan is our business.
That's fantastic. That's a very good overview. And I'm very curious, like, I know not only have you been in here representing Taiwan in the Bay Area, but you've also had a couple of different tours of duty as well. I know you've been to Sweden and Palau as well. And I'm very curious, like, how has it been different going from, Sweden to Palau and now to the Bay Area? Like, can you tell us, like, how it's changed for you?
That's a very good and interesting questions. As you know, as a diplomat, we have to be rotated from countries to countries from time to time. In our country, each assignment for our overseas assignment is for 6 years. But within the 6 years, perhaps will be changed to 2 to 3 different countries. And during this rotation process, we have to adapt ourselves to different cultures, different language, and sometimes different environment. And it's a big challenge. It's really a big challenge for ourselves and for our family. For example, the children's education is a big challenge for the kids. They have to change the school system from countries to countries and a different language. So my two daughters, when they were still young, they complained very much. Said that why we should move our home so often, so frequently. But it's our job. But it's also a benefit, I think, for me and for my family as well, because we can have the opportunity to see more different, to experience more different cultures and people, and to know a lot of different friends. That's also helped us a lot.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing journey, and and the challenges are pretty interesting too. But just like you noted, there's a lot of benefits of learning diversity, a lot of different cultures. When you arrived here in the Bay Area, what was some of the biggest surprises? Like after doing your rotations, what were some of the big surprises for you here?
I would say when I came to the San Francisco Bay Area, the first impression is that, wow, I say, how comes the people here, all of them, it seems that they are very smart and they're high educated. And in a lot of the occasions, so almost half of them, they are different doctors. and also I think a lot of the elite from different countries, they are attracted to San Francisco Bay Area, the Silicon Valley. It's not only the engineering and the scientific expert, but also a lot of the arts and different fields. The expert and the elite, they are attracted to live here. So in general, I think what impressed me and surprised me is the high quality of the people here, and also I think the culture here, the Silicon Valley culture also impressed me a lot, because it's quite it's a little bit different from what I experienced in Republic of Palau and in Sweden before. And I also surprised that the energy here the people have. Wow, here almost all the year round, every week there are a lot of different kind of events, and the people, they are very energetic, and also the people here, they are very enthusiastic to participate in the community, the works, to donate money and donate their times to help the community. That is also gave me a very, very deep impression. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing, and I will definitely echo that, because here at Monte Jade, we are a 100% volunteer-driven organization, and so I always love seeing how great motivated people come out and support us. I think over last year we had almost over 40 events that we held last year. It can't just be all me doing it, right? So we have a great team of people volunteering and supporting initiatives. I'd like to kind of move to your office, and are there? I know you guys work on a lot of different initiatives. Are there certain initiatives that you would love to just share and that you're very proud that your team has accomplished? I'd love to hear some wins on your side.
Okay. As you mentioned, that we do have a lot of different initiatives. And one of them I remember I also mentioned to you I think half years ago, that we want to try to help our existing different associations to to establish 2 or 3 different big platform, and for the different association to work together and to have something big can happen on this platform. At that time, I wish that we can have a platform also for the engineering, science and engineering, so that on this platform that we can combine the resources of different science and engineering association, and each year we can work together to have something bigger, a bigger event to be held on this platform, and then we can also attract more young engineers to join in this platform, and through this platform we can also provide the support or some experience to the the young people. That's what we think. And unfortunately, that my service is going to be finished here, but I haven't finished that. So in the future, I also hope that you can continue to help to finish this dream.
And so you have my full support on that front. Like, and just some quick updates. I know this is an interview for you, but we've been working actively with Natia, and we've been actually co-hosting events every single month now for the last 3 months. And then we're actually also doing one with CBA as well. And so we are slowly but steadily building that engine. So we actually will bring more and more different community groups together to actually eventually roll into a larger event. But those motions are already in works, and it's thanks for your support. And also, obviously, a lot of the other great community leaders that also share the same vision that, you know, if we work together, we become much stronger as a community. And I think that's a very, very important.
Definitely. Yes.
So I want to bring a little bit of politics into here, a little bit.
Okay, no problem.
I know you've been always very steadfast at ensuring that your office and your team is always non-political. Like that, you've been very, very clear about that. And I have a lot of respect for that, because it's very challenging, especially during these times, right? Not just only in Taiwan politics, but also in the US politics. And my question to you is, you know, what are some of your secrets of how do you maintain the discipline within all of your team? Because you run a very large organization. Like, how do you make sure that everyone is still very focused on what is the most important things?
Thank you for this question. Actually, I think that is very, very important for me and my colleague in the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in San Francisco, because we are the civil servants. Civil servants should be always neutral in the domestic politics. So I always repeatedly remind my colleagues that for us, in our eyes, we don't have the color. We don't have the blue color or green color or any other color. So we have only one function: is how to provide better service to our people. They live here, and how to enhance the collaboration and the relations between Taiwan and the United States. That's what we should do, and we don't care any association in this era, whether they belongs to blue or belong to green. It doesn't matter, because in the United States, you know that a lot of people, perhaps some people they are for Republicans, some people for the Democrats, but I think the government still provided the same service to them, and the government employee, they never involved in the domestic politics to support any political party. I think that's the very, very important the spirit and the rule of the democracy and the civil servant, the system. Because only if we have a neutral civil servant system, then the country and the government can run smoothly and without any interruption. Because in the democratic countries, every 4 years we have a election, and perhaps it will have the change of the power. So, but our country, our policy, we have to continue, and the inconsistency. So that's important. So that depends on the neutrality of the civil servant, and so that's what we have to do, and we always remind us to keep away from the domestic politics.
Yeah, I really love the principle, and I also really love that you really embody that principle when you've been running this office. And to be honest, I've actually stolen a little bit of that principle and applied it to how I've been working with Monte Jade as well, because I think it is a very, very good and clear method to say our job is to support our community. Doesn't matter what direction they go, but
exactly.
We support our community. And so,
exactly.
so I'm very glad that I mean, like, I think this was over maybe dinner, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, that I heard you talk about this, and I was like, wow, that's a really good approach, and I should adopt that in terms of some of my leadership stuff in the nonprofit world. So I want to really thank you for that one.
Thank you, and thank you for your support for this principle.
So I know that I mean, your schedule is always packed. Like every single day, I remember calling you. You're like, "Oh, I'm traveling to another meeting. I'm going to this. I got another meeting over and over again."
sorry for that.
No. I'm always amazed. But like you know, now that we have COVID, like how have you had to change the way you interact with the community, and how are you still staying in touch with everyone? Because your role is so important in terms of bridging that community. Like, how have you had to adapt?
Yeah. It's also very interesting question as well. Because the COVID-19 really changed the life of everyone, and the way of the interaction between the people. So since the mid of March this year, when California announced the shelter-in-place policy, and then most of the activities and the events in our community, no matter it's the Taiwanese community or the mainstream society, almost all canceled. But for us, because we are a diplomat, we have the responsibility to take care of our people, our folks in this area, to continue provide the service, and also we have to continue to promote and to enhance the relationship between Taiwan and California and the state of Nevada and Utah. So we have to think different ways to maintain this momentum, and even we want to do better, because in this critical time, I think our friends, if we can do something, then our friends, they will really know that our friendship to them is very sincere. So since the pandemic happened, we changed our ways to focus more in the fundraising and the mobilization of the different kind of resources for the PPEs from Taiwan and from local. And I also would like to take this opportunity to thank you and your association as well. To do a lot, you have done a lot of support to donate the PPE to the local society. And so when we in the past several months, we have a lot of activities that are related to the PPE donation and the fundraising matters. And for our own community, we also try our best to let our people know we concern them. We concern them very, very much. So we use the telephone, use the teleconference and the telephone contact, and to call the people and have the conference over the internet to let them know we are here and we are ready to provide any kind of service you need. So that's what we are doing. And of course, in this critical moment, we still try our best to continue our consular service function. So we still keep our the passport and the visa section open. Although we are not open and for the people to come, everyone to come to our office, but we still accept all kind of application by mail. And for some emergency cases, we will arrange the individual appointment in our office to help them. But all these things is that we want to continue our efforts, try to let our folks in this area know that the government is here and we are ready anytime for their to help them. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I know COVID has been challenging for not just your operations, but everyone's day-to-day lives have been also drastically impacted as well. And even here at Monte Jade, obviously, we've had to move from physical operations all to digital operations. We made that transition. It took a little bit of time for us to move digitally, but we're running at a rate of roughly about 30 events this year, all online now. So it's been a pretty successful transition. But it's thanks to a lot of the good teamwork and support from our community that's been able to do that. Kind of one last question before we wrap up the interview. It's if you had to provide a message to the next generation, whether it's new immigrants coming here or whether it's people being born here, what is like a message that you want them to take away for the future?
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for giving me the opportunity to say a few words to our younger generation. I think the very important thing for the newcomers, new immigrants, and the younger generation is participation and the contribution, because only through the participation, the active participation and contribution, then that you will be more fast to be merged into the local society, including not only the Taiwanese or Chinese community, but also the mainstream community. Through the process of participation and contribution, you can learn a lot of the experiences and know a lot of people. And those people, they are very experienced, and some of them they have the very well established in different industry or different field already. They can be the mentor of you and provide you very valuable the wisdom and experience that you cannot get in any other places. So when you contribute yourself and participate actively in this organization, you can also get a lot of I always say is the benefit back. And also in addition, when you participate and you will let the people know who you are, and let the people know your talents and capability, and also give the young people a lot of opportunities for example, the people like you are very much well established. You have your own business. Perhaps sometimes you are looking for some kind of employees or engineers or managers or something. And it happened that you notice that there is a young people in this organization. He's always contribute, and he work very hard and smart. And perhaps you will give this opportunity to him or to her. So I think the young people, my word for them is participation and the contribution, and also don't put yourself too much in the center of your work. You should minimize yourself. Yeah, so don't be too much self-centric. I think so. The contribution will let you get more at the end. Yeah, well, that's my words for for the younger generation.
That's fantastic. A call to action to be engaged and involved in our community. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to thank you very much, Director General Ma. I really appreciate all of the hard work that you've put in over the last 5 years. It seems like it's too short. And I will really miss you when you head back to Taiwan. And I'm looking forward to working with your predecessor to continue your office's objectives to make sure that our Asian community and our Chinese and Taiwanese community here are fully supported here. So thank you very much.
And I'm also very glad that the Monte Jade and our community have the young talents like you, the new blood to participate in the community. It's our hope of it's the great hope of our community for the future. And I also want to extend my sincere wish to you and to your as a great association, the great success and best of health in the future.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, David. Thank you, 谢谢。